Mr. Farbarak, I see you lecturing the crowd. You need a minute?
I'm good, Judge.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. This is First Appearance Court. My name is Steven Zackwell. I'll be the judge this afternoon. The purpose of today's hearing is to inform you what you've been charged with, for me to determine if there's probable cause for those charges, determine any release conditions if appropriate, ranging from a release on your own recognizance up to no bond and a multitude of options in between. You are entitled to an attorney for these proceedings. You have Mr. Farbarak there in the main jail. Mr. Afzal is here in the courtroom. These proceedings are recorded. Anything you say can be used against you in the future. So I suggest you exercise your right to remain silent and do not speak about the facts of your case. When addressing the court, limit your comments to your ties to the community, how long you've lived in South Florida, who else lives here, your job, etc. With that, we'll start with Norelis Estrella Isaac.
Judge, he needs a Spanish interpreter.
Okay.
I give the judge a copy of the DV.
David Edward Rivas.
I need somebody.
Yeah.
We're going to order a call for an interpreter.
Okay. You can have a seat. Sorry.
Rivas over there.
Mr. Rivas? Judge, Mr. Rivas indicated he's going to hire private counsel.
Okay, Mr. Rivas, you've been arrested and charged with one count of domestic violence battery. I reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause. Any criminal history?
Check that right now.
I'm not sure what you're saying. Probable cause for what, sir?
Okay. I'll explain it again, 1 second.
Yes, sir.
He had an alcohol violation back in 2008.
I don't believe.
Any contact with the victim?
Yes, Your Honor, the victim is concerned with his mental health status and alcohol use.
All right, Mr. Rivas, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. You have been arrested and charged with one count of domestic violence battery. Okay? That's what you're charged with. I have determined that there is probable cause to hold you for those charges. Now I need to set some sort of bond or release conditions that are appropriate to ensure your return to the court and ensure the safety of yourself and the community.
Yes, sir. I'm
The
not a
state
rich
told me
man.
you only have one prior arrest, and that's for some sort of an alcohol violation about 8 years ago.
Okay.
Okay? And then we called the listed victim in the case, who I believe is your father,
Yes, sir.
and he gave us his concerns, namely that you may have some mental health issues and that your drinking may be an issue. Those are just what he told us. I'm not saying it's
Yes,
true.
sir. That is well-known slander from my father's mouth.
Okay, well, it's what it is. Are you working?
Yes, sir.
What do you
I'm
do?
always working, but I'm currently employed at the Marriott Harbor Beach Resort and Spa, and I'm killing it over there, and they love the way I work.
Busy
You
season.
can talk to. Excuse me.
It's a busy season for that place.
Yes, sir.
What do you do for them?
Sometimes I'm a food runner. I call myself Runner Dave. Sometimes I'm a bar back. Sometimes I get on a four-wheel golf cart and drive on the beach and save the day.
Okay.
My job title is a food runner. My direct supervisor is Vivian Rodriguez.
Do you live with your father?
I am homeless, sir.
How long have you lived in South Florida?
Born and raised.
How old are you?
27.
So
I
if
went
you-
to my dad's house to get my baseball bat. He wouldn't give it to me. That's not necessarily a fact.
It's not necessarily a fact. Okay. Definitely need a mental health screen.
Yes, sir.
What kind of a bond could you afford?
Not too sure. I could probably go to Cash Advance America. So about 300, I can afford that.
This can't go to Lerner Wren, right? This is domestic. How long you been homeless?
Just for Lent, sir.
Just for what?
I don't want to talk about this. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't have an attorney. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a lost soul.
I mean, I know that.
Yeah. Well, believe it or not, I'm trying to help you.
I know they did.
Yes, sir. I've been arguing a lot with
One
people
second.
around me. I've been irritable.
Hold on one
Huh?
second.
I know they deal with competency issues in front of Judge McHugh all the time. It might just be a matter of just putting the conditions down, hoping appoint the PD.
Well, I'm going to appoint the PD.
Have them get him in front of Judge McHugh as quickly as possible to take the next step.
If you speak to the neighbors, they will tell you that I did not domestically abuse my father.
Okay. Your lawyer's going to look into that, I'm sure. Go ahead, Mr. Epstein. Yes.
Yes, sir.
I think that certainly might be appropriate. All right, as one of your release conditions, you're going to need to stay away from your father. Do you think you can abide by that condition?
Yes, sir, I can do that.
Okay. All right, for now, I'm going to put a $1,000 bond. You're not to have any contact with your father of any means, so no phone calls, no text messages, nothing whatsoever. I am going to appoint the public defender for now. If you want to hire your own lawyer, then feel free. But I want to get you taken care of sooner than later, so I'm going to appoint the public defender's office. I am going to order a mental health screen.
Yes, sir.
And the public defender's office will do whatever they feel is appropriate in your best interests. Understand, Mr. Rivas?
I understand. Thank you for your help.
All right, good luck to you, sir. Hayward Smith.
Right now. Rivas. Come on, I'll take you back. Go through here. Go down.
Can we get a female? Can we get her? Oh, no. What's her name? Vanilla?
Okay.
We have Hayward Smith.
Smith? Yeah, Hayward Smith.
Good afternoon, Mr. Smith. You're charged with 1 count of domestic violence battery. You have a probation violation in case number 15008-098 CF10A. I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause. Any criminal history besides grand theft?
Petty theft from last year that he put out late January this year.
Okay. Any contact with the victim?
Yes, Your Honor, the victim is concerned with defendant's mental health status and drinking and wants to know contact order.
Did you say wants a no contact order?
Yes,
Okay.
she wants to.
Mr. Forbarrett?
Judge, he's got a no bond probation hold.
Yeah, but I need to set a bond on count 1.
If I can have 1 second, Judge. He didn't respond when I called him. I don't think he was in the room. If I can have 1 second.
I can just ask him questions.
Okay, that's fine.
Mr. Smith, how long you lived in South Florida?
All my life.
How old are you, sir?
24.
Are you working?
Yes.
What do you do?
What's your take home pay?
I'm a pharmacy tech, and I work at Benihana's as a busser.
Okay. And do you rent or own your house or apartment?
I live with my mom.
Okay. Does she rent or own?
Rent.
Who else lives there besides you and your mom?
My sister.
Any other family in South Florida?
My grandmother. I have an uncle. That's it.
Okay. It's going to be a $1,000 bond on count 1. Be held as a condition of that bond to have no contact directly or indirectly with Natalie Ann Dassau. And on count 2, you'll be held no bond. You'll see your judge in Division FF on Wednesday at 8:30 in the morning.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you,
Judge,
sir.
if the court doesn't mind, could we skip ahead a few people to Sonia Badillo?
Yes, but I also have the Spanish interpreter, so I need to do those as well.
Okay,
But Ms. Badillo should be pretty quick, I think.
I think so.
Good afternoon, Ms. Badillo. You have 2 violation of pretrial warrants, case number 16-00153 CF10A. and a misdemeanor warrant in case number 16002-542 TC30A. That's a $500 bond. You'll be held no bond on the violation of your pretrial release, and you have a $500 bond on count 3.
Okay, that's it.
Norelis Estrella Isaac.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, sir.
I made somebody in Spanish.
You have a Spanish interpreter.
Oh,
Good afternoon, Ms. Isaac.
Buenas tardes.
buenas tardes.
You have been
Buenas tardes.
charged in count 1 with battery on a person 65 years of age or older.
El primer cargo es una agresión física a una persona de 65 años o más.
In count 2, domestic violence battery.
El cargo número 2 es una agresión de violencia intrafamiliar.
I have reviewed the probable cause affidavit
Ya revisé el escrito acusatorio,
and a certified copy of your father's driver's license,
la copia certificada de la licencia de su padre,
which states that he will be 77
myself.
weeks.
77 años, en 2 semanas.
And I do find probable cause for both counts.
Y veo que sí hay indicios de culpabilidad en ambos cargos.
I'm now going to ask the state of Florida if you have any criminal history.
Sorry,
La
no
fiscalía no
entiendo.
tiene
I don't
antecedentes.
You do not?
I don't understand what you said the last part.
Judge, she doesn't understand
Sorry.
the last part of it.
Sorry.
The last part was you have no criminal history.
Que no tiene antecedentes penales según la fiscalía.
No.
I know. Any contact with the victim?
Yes, Your Honor.
Married, legally.
En contacto que tuvieron con la víctima, ambas víctimas están preocupadas e inquietas por su seguridad.
Was she interviewed, Mr. Farbarak, or would you like me to ask questions with the interpreter?
Judge, if you could ask questions with the interpreter.
Okay. Miss Isaac, how long have you lived in South Florida?
Señora Alza, ¿cuánto tiempo lleva usted viviendo en el área de la Florida del Sur?
17 años.
17 years.
Are you working?
¿Usted trabaja?
Sí.
Yes.
What do you do?
¿Qué hace usted?
Trabajo en Best Buy mantenimiento.
I sell maintenance equipment.
En mantenimiento, en Best Buy.
Best Buy. Maintenance department.
Okay. Do you rent or own your home?
¿Usted es propietaria de su vivienda o vive alquilada?
Tengo un mobile home que tengo que pagar la renta yo.
I have a mobile home, but I have to pay the rent myself.
Okay. How much is your rent a month?
¿Cuánto paga de alquiler al mes?
565.
565.
Sí, correcto.
565.
Who do you live with?
¿Y usted con quién vive?
Ahora vivo con mi mamá.
Right now I live with my
O
mom.
sea, sorry, ella vive conmigo.
She lives with me. Sorry.
Just the two of you?
¿Son nada más ustedes dos?
Y me encargo también de mi hermano.
And I also take care of my brother.
Okay. Besides your brother and your sister and your mother and your father, any other family in South Florida?
¿Tiene familiares en Florida más allá de su padre, su madre, su hermana? ¿Alguien más de la familia?
Otro hermano.
Another brother.
Okay.
Get assistance from the government, Social Security, unemployment, workman's comp. Property with council, real stocks, bonds, money market.
Okay, the bond on count 1
Y mis hijos,
going to be $500.
$500 por el cargo número 1 de fianza.
The bond on count 2 is also going to be $500.
Por el cargo número 2 también van a ser $500 de fianza.
As a condition of the bond, you're not to have any contact
Y como condición de esta fianza no podrá tener ningún contacto
of any type
de ningún tipo
with Idalmis Guerra Velazquez
con Hidalgo Escuela Velázquez
and Angel Alfredo Isaac.
y Angel Alfredo Isaac.
Understood?
¿Entendió?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Gracias.
You're welcome. De nada.
Anybody else, Mr. Farbarak, that needs a Spanish interpreter?
¿Alguien más que necesita?
Yes, Judge, on page 4, Dioncio Isaac.
It's your brother?
I believe so.
Yeah, it is. Good afternoon, sir.
Buenas tardes, señor.
Buenas tardes.
Good afternoon.
You are charged in count 1 with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, domestic violence.
Usted se le acusa en el primer cargo de agresión agravada
En
de
count-
violencia doméstica.
In count 2, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Y el cargo número 2, amenaza agravada con un arma mortífera.
I have reviewed the probable cause affidavit.
Revisé el escrito acusatorio,
I do find probable cause for both charges.
que por ambos cargos sí hay indicios de culpabilidad.
I'm now going to ask the state of Florida about your criminal history.
Vamos a preguntar sobre sus antecedentes con el fiscal.
Judge, also, just so the court knows, I was told that he declined the public defender.
Okay. They tell me you have no criminal history.
¿No tiene antecedentes penales?
The victim say the same thing about this case? Victim wants no contact.
La víctima no quiere ningún contacto.
How long have you lived in South Florida, Mr. Isaac?
Señor Isaac, ¿cuánto tiempo lleva viviendo aquí en el área de la Florida del Sur?
2 años.
2 years.
Are you working?
¿Usted trabaja?
No.
When have you last worked?
¿Cuándo fue la última vez que usted trabajó?
No, yo ayudaba a mi cuñado.
I used to help out my brother-in-law.
What kind of work?
¿Qué tipo de trabajo?
Poniendo ventanas.
Placing windows.
Okay. And how long has it been since you've done that?
¿Y hace cuánto tiempo? ¿Cuándo fue la última vez que hizo eso?
Hace rato.
It's been some time.
Can you be a little more specific?
¿Me podría decir más específicamente cuántos meses, años, días, semanas? ¿Hace cuánto?
El año pasado,
Last year.
Okay.
Bien.
Where are you living?
¿Usted dónde vive?
bueno, ahora vivo con mi hermana.
Right now I live with my sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, count 1's going to be a $1,500 bond.
$1,500 de fianza en el cargo número 1.
Count 2 is going to be a $1,500 bond.
$1,500 en el cargo número 2 de fianza.
As a condition of the bond, you're to have no contact of any type
Y como condición de esta fianza, no podrán tener contacto de ningún tipo.
with Dalmas Guerra Velasquez
Cuidames Fuera Velázquez
or Angel Alfredo Isaac.
o Ángel Alfredo Isaac.
Married, single, widow, divorced.
Yeah?
Okay?
¿Ok?
Ok.
Company you work for, both of them.
Christina Isabel
He's done.
Isaac.
Tiene que ir para afuera.
Hi, how are you?
Ma'am, do you speak English or do you need the Spanish interpreter?
Señora, ¿usted habla inglés o necesita al intérprete en español?
Necesito un
Need
intérprete.
interpreter.
You are charged with 1 count of battery on a person 65 years of age or older.
Se le acusa con un cargo de agresión física a una persona de 65 años o mayor.
I reviewed the probable cause affidavit.
Yo revisé el escrito acusatorio.
I find probable cause.
Creo que hay indicios de culpabilidad.
I'm now going to ask the state of Florida about your criminal history.
Voy a averiguar sobre sus antecedentes con el fiscal.
They tell me you have no criminal history.
Que no tiene antecedentes penales.
Same victim response.
Yes, Your Honor.
Neither victim wants contact.
Ninguna de las víctimas quiere ningún contacto.
How long have you lived in South Florida, ma'am?
¿Hace cuánto tiempo que vive aquí en la Florida del Sur?
17 años.
17 years.
Are you working?
¿Trabaja?
Ahora no.
Right now I don't.
When have you last worked?
¿Cuándo fue la última vez que trabajó?
Limpiaba casas.
I used to clean houses.
Okay. How long ago?
¿Hace cuánto tiempo de eso?
Alrededor de 2 meses.
About 2 months.
Where do you live?
¿Dónde vive?
En la 32 Main Street.
32 Main Street.
Who do you live with?
¿Con quién vive?
Con mi esposo.
With my
Y
husband
mis hijas.
and my children.
Do you and your husband own the house or rent the house?
¿Usted y su esposo son propietarios de la vivienda o viven alquilados en la vivienda?
En un mobile home nosotros rentamos también.
In a mobile home we rent as well.
Okay. Is your husband working?
¿Tu esposo trabaja?
Sí.
Yes.
What does he do?
¿Qué hace él?
Instalador de ventanas de impacto.
He installed impact windows.
Okay.
Bien.
As I said, I find probable cause. The bond's going to be $500.
La fianza va a ser $500. Hay indicios de culpabilidad.
You're not to have any contact with Idalmis Guerra Velazquez
Se le
or
prohíbe
Angel
contacto
Alfredo
con
Isaac.
Fuera Velázquez y con Isaac.
Understand?
¿Me entienden?
Sí,
Yes.
gracias.
Thank
Luck
you.
to you, man.
Buena suerte.
Anybody else need a Spanish interpreter, Mr. Fabarek?
Not that I'm aware of it, Maine. Anyone else Spanish?
¿Alguien más necesita el
Can you
intérprete?
speak English or? Okay.
That's it. we're good?
There's one gentleman. He speaks English, but he may prefer a Spanish interpreter.
Let's get him. Let's do him then. Who is that?
Okay. What's your? I know it's. What's your last name? Say it again. Daniel Soto Reyes.
Okay.
He's about 2 or 3 people down.
Yeah, I have him. Mr. Soto Reyes,
Soto Reyes.
Yes.
you were charged in count 1 with driving under the influence of alcohol.
Se le puso en el cargo número 1 de conducir bajo los efectos del alcohol.
Count 2, driving under the influence, causing damage to the property or person of another.
El cargo número 2, manejando bajo los efectos causando daños a la propiedad de otro.
Count 3, driving on a suspended license.
Número 3, cargo de licencia suspendida.
Count 4, failure to use due care.
Número 4, manejar imprudentemente.
And count 5, disobeying a red light.
Número 5, desobedecer a una señal de luz roja.
I reviewed the probable cause affidavit.
Ya revisé el escrito de acusación.
I find probable cause to all charges.
Veo que en todos los cargos hay indicios de culpabilidad.
Your bond on count 1 is $500.
Son $500 de fianza por el cargo 1.
Your bond on count 2 is
En
$1,000.
el cargo 2 es $1,000.
And there's no charge for counts 3, 4, or 5.
3, 4, 5 no tienen cargo.
Judge, just so the court knows that he indicated he's going to hire private counsel, but he did ask me if the court would sign an order to allow him to go down and get his phone number from his cell phone to help him bond out.
Yes.
Great. Thank you very much. Okay, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Latoya Grant?
Latoya Grant.
North Broward.
Good afternoon, Ms. Grant. You have a warrant, a traffic warrant in case number 16006-867 TC30A. That's for driving on a suspended license. And there's an arrest warrant for you for the charge of grand theft. The warrant number is 16008-6AF10A. Your bond on count 1 is $500. Your bond on count 2 is $5,000. That's a total of $5,500.
Just mental health screen.
And I'll order a mental health.
I don't buy no free trial.
Good luck to you, ma'am. You understand? Your bond is $5,500?
Yeah.
Okay. Juan Suzarte Camargo.
Main jail. Judge, he indicated he's going to hire he has hired private counsel Mickey Rope.
All right.
Have it will.
Mr. Camargo, would you like to reset this tomorrow for Mr. Rope to be here, or would you like to do this part without him?
Well, I believe my bond got posted right now.
Okay, they haven't told me that, but maybe it did. Can we look that up? Yeah, we're looking it up.
Okay, thank you.
Everybody dies.
I need to miss it.
No. It hasn't been posted yet.
Not yet.
Somebody might be coming on their way, but not as of yet.
Oh yeah, they don't need it.
So, do you want to do this now, or do you want to reset it for tomorrow for Mr. Roque to be here?
We can do it now. That's okay.
Okay. You're charged in count 1 with driving under the influence of drugs or alcohol, first offense. Count 2, possession of alcohol by a person under the age of 21. Count 3, having driving under the influence with a blood alcohol level in excess of a .15. Count 4 is a speeding ticket. Count 5 is possession of an open container. Count 6 is a temporary tag violation. Count 7 is failure to provide proof of insurance. Count 8 is a seatbelt violation. I reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause. Your bond on count 1 is $500. Your bond on count 2 is $25. Your bond on count 3 is $1,000. That's $1,525 total bond. There's no additional bonds for the tickets in counts 4 through 8. Okay?
Thank you.
Good luck to you. Randolph Span.
Or 8, whichever way you want it.
I think that's him sitting in the front.
Elise Dorville.
Do you have an attorney? Are you gonna hire your lawyer? Do you wanna go?
Good afternoon, Mr. Dorville. You're charged in count 1, grand theft of a firearm. Count 2, use or display of a firearm during a felony or carry. Count 3, carrying a concealed firearm. Count 4, commit a first-degree felony with a weapon. Count 5, possession of marijuana less than 20 grams. Count 6, tampering with or fabricating with physical evidence. Count 7, driving on a suspended license, second offense. Count 8, aggravating fleeing with injury or damage. Count 9, leaving the scene of a crash involving damage to property. Count 10 is a speeding ticket. Count 11 is an improper change of lanes ticket. Count 12 is use of a firearm while under the influence of alcohol or drugs.
Judge, I have a couple probable cause arguments as to count 2, 4. I don't understand how they did he didn't use a firearm. He just discarded the firearm while the alleged incident was taking place. He never brandished a firearm or used it anyway. This is not a first-degree felony, so as to count 4, I would argue no PC.
Count 2 requires carrying. That changes your argument or not.
Well, I think it's carrying. It's
firing, but it can be satisfied by carrying, as opposed to use or display.
Well, I think they could have charged him with carrying concealed, which would be subsumed in count 3.
No, I mean, what I mean is count 2 could, although it's written on the face sheet as use, display, and then it says et cetera, the et cetera is carry, so it's carrying a firearm during the commission of a felony.
Okay, no argument there. But okay. Count 4,
Count 4,
it's not a first-degree felony.
that one up.
It should be committing a second degree. I think the top charge that he allegedly was committing while in possession was the fleeing and eluding.
I had to let me stick some of them up when I
Judge, I think count 12, it shouldn't be alcohol. I think what they're trying to get at is under the influence of marijuana, based on what he said, but they have no evidence of him using alcohol.
Well, it's not. They're arguing.
Discussing is more of the appropriate term, Mr. Forbarry.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, count. Well, where do they have it listed? Count 4 is really a reclassification. It's not a separate charge.
Yeah, it's a classification issue, and I think
if it were filed that way, it would just make a second-degree felony a first-degree felony.
exactly like if it's really a moot issue. If count 8 were a first-degree felony, then there would probably be something to talk about because that could make it a PBL. But
right.
It just makes it a first-degree felony.
The only thing is on here, they have it as a no-bond hold.
Oh no, he filed it incorrectly. It should be second-degree, committing second-degree felony with weapon.
Right. Right. So he is entitled to bond on that.
Absolutely.
Entitled to bond and everything. Okay, Mr. Dorville, we were discussing it with the State Attorney's Office and the Public Defender's Office on your behalf. I've considered the arguments. I do find probable cause as to count 1. I find probable cause as to count 2. I find probable cause as to count 3. I find probable cause as to the lesser count 4, committing a second-degree felony. Find probable cause to 5, 6, 7, 8.
You take medication?
9, 10, 11, and then it's 12 as well. So I need to set a bond on count 2, 4, and 8. So now I'll hear about your criminal history, if any.
Your Honor,
Mr. Munder?
trespass in 2011, possession of marijuana 2011, possession of marijuana 2013. End of record.
Okay, Mr. Fabarra, go ahead.
Judge, I can indicate to the court he's lived here for 7 to 8 years. He's single. He has no children. He's currently not working or in school, but he does have no money in the bank either, so he's unable to afford that much of a bond. He lives with a friend, and I can tell the court that he does have family members that live here in the area.
Okay? The $1,000 bond on count 1. It's going to be a $2,000 bond on count 3. A $1,000 bond. I'm sorry. Let me say that again. $1,000 bond on count 1. $2,000 on count 2. $1,000 on count 3. I'm going to ROR him on count 4. Classification. $100 on count 5. $1,000 on count 6. $100 on count 7. It's going to be $5,000 on count 8. $100 on count 9, no charge for 10 or 11, and $500 for count 12.
Just with the court ROR count 12.
It's around $11,000-$12,000, something like that, which is, if it's, say it's
Your Honor,
$12,000,
just so you know,
basically,
you called Randolph Spahn. I think that might be him sitting right in the first seat. Okay.
Kevin Francis Hag.
Okay, that's it. All right, somebody should be out hopefully to see you in the next few weeks. In a few days.
Yeah, you go out, when you go out, you stay out, until you're done.
Good afternoon, Mr. Hag. You have a violation of probation warrant in case number 12-011-639, CF-10A. You'll be held no bond on that one. You'll see your judge on Wednesday at 8:30 in the morning. And you have a child support writ of arrest in the amount of $1,000 as well.
Sure.
Brandon Walter Munder.
He's on his way up.
Okay. Good afternoon, Mr. Munder. You were charged in count 1 with tampering or fabricating with physical evidence. Count 2, possession of marijuana. Count 3, driving on a suspended license. Count 4 is a window tint violation. Count 5 is a violation of probation. I believe it's out of Palm Beach, St. Lucie County. And count 6 is having an expired tag. I reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause. The bond on count 1 is $1,000. There's no charge for counts 2, 3, 4. You'll be held no bond until you go back to St. Lucie County. And there's no charge for count 6.
That's it. All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Randolph Spahn.
How you doing?
Mr. Spahn, you have a traffic ticket for driving around a barricade in count 1. No bond, there's no charge for that. You have 3 probation or violation warrants in case number 13-001170 CF-10A, 13-016152 CF-10A, 15-000384 CF-10A. You'll be held no bond. You'll see your judge on Wednesday at 8:30 in the morning.
Bless you. Thank you. You're welcome.
Chris Longo.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Longo. My understanding is you wanted to resolve these charges?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
Come up, Mr. Linder.
Sure, Judge.
Carol told me you'd be here this afternoon. We figured that's what it was for.
Do you have a BCCN number, Judge?
BCCN is 159980.
Okay.
You don't have to read it out. I'm just looking for
What are you looking for?
This is basically an MO. Is there anything else recent and violent or anything?
Nah, trespasses, DUIs, drugs.
Okay. All right, Mr. Longo, raise your right hand. You swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth?
Yes, sir.
You can put your hand down. My understanding, as you know, you're charged with obstruction of a highway. My understanding, you want to
Yes.
resolve these charges?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Please.
You understand by resolving these charges, you'd be giving up your constitutional rights.
I do.
First of all, you'd be giving up the fact that you're presumed innocent. You'd be giving up the right to have the state prove the charges against you, the ability to confront the state's witnesses or call your own witnesses, to have an attorney like Mr. Farbarik or Ms. Strickland from this morning represent you at that trial.
I do.
You want to give up those rights and resolve the charges this afternoon?
I would, please. Thank you.
How do you plead, sir?
No contest.
I'll accept that no contest plea as a knowing and voluntary waiver of your rights, and I'll sentence you to an adjudication and the time you've already served.
Thank you.
Yeah, today.
Amy Stewart?
This is
I'm sorry?
Mr. Stewart, refresh my recollection. Why did we reset you for the afternoon?
Well, we were going to try to get my attorney, H. Williams,
Okay.
so we can discuss a court date that I had this morning for another case, possession of heroin.
Okay. Well, Mr. Williams isn't here. Were you able to get in touch with him?
I did.
And did he say he
I
was
don't know
coming?
why you... he said he was going to make it, but he had his father passed away, so
Oh.
I don't know if that's conflicting.
All right. Well, then, probably the quickest thing then just for you is just proceed with today and then pass it on to the division, and then Mr. Williams, at the appropriate time or someone filling in for him, can get it before that judge.
Urgent care.
I see. Would that,
Not urgent care,
I mean, if we do this today, would I be able to get a bond?
What is fire?
Well, I
detail is minor.
don't remember what we did this morning specifically. Let me look at this again. I don't remember. Which one is this?
You do that in
Yes,
book.
okay, here it is. So, well, let me just start from the beginning. So, you are charged with 1 count of domestic battery by strangulation, and then you have a warrant in case number 1502898MM40A, and that's for a possession of marijuana charge. I do find probable cause. I have to set a bond in count 1, and there's no $250 bond for count 2. But you were also out on release in case number 15005-351 CF10A. I have down here in 1992 possession of cocaine. I think that was it for priors. And then the victim had no concerns.
No, she's not concerned with any safety as long as there's no contact order.
Okay. I don't remember that, so I'm glad you said that.
That's what his note says.
All right, well, Mr. Stewart, we can try to reset this for tomorrow if you want, to give Mr. Williams a chance to be here or have somebody else here on your behalf. In light of what you told me, I don't know how realistic that is. Or I can go through it today, and like I said, you can...
I'd like to go through it today, if I could, Your Honor.
All right. You spoke to Ms. Strickland this morning about your ties to the community?
Yes, sir.
Well, what'd you tell her? How long have you lived in South Florida?
I've lived in South Florida for 41 years.
Okay. And
42. I'll be 42.
Any family living down here?
Just my niece.
Are you working?
Yes, sir.
What do you do?
I'm an installer. It's finished carpentry.
Okay. You work for somebody else or you work for yourself?
I work for HSS Construction.
You own, where you live? Are you owning or are you renting?
I rent in Hollywood.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you a bond on count 1.
It's a shame
You
that
have
you
to.
take that good.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make that bond 2,500. As a condition of that bond, you're not to have any contact directly or indirectly with Jennifer Diana Cairns.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then you have a $250 bond for the Hollywood traffic. What was that again? No, I'm sorry, was it cannabis? It wasn't traffic, sorry, it was cannabis.
Cannabis, yes.
$250 bond for a cannabis charge. And At this time, I'm going to pass on to the division whether or not to revoke your bond on the heroin charge. Okay?
I appreciate you.
So see if you can get in touch with Mr.
He'll probably get done. Yeah.
For now, your
I'll try to
bond
do so.
is $22.50.
Thank you, sir.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had filled out yesterday. All right, go on to the docket. Brenda Santana.
She's not in Maine.
Oh, she's out of custody.
Okay.
No, this is the one that was supposed to return after last week. All right, in case number 1304523 TC40A, and case number 13058 TC40A, Brenda Santana, she was here last Monday, allowed to go to Argentina for a funeral.
What funeral?
Nicaragua, right. And
It's usually
told
3
me she'd
o'clock.
be returning to the country yesterday on Easter Sunday, and that she was to report here at 1:30, otherwise her bond would be revoked. It's now 3:44. She has not been in the courtroom all day. We've been here since about 1:35. So in both cases, I'm going to revoke Ms. Santana's bond, and she will be held no bond.
Wait, what is this one? See, I don't know what to do with this one.
She may never come back, but she does.
Well, Your Honor, actually, instead of that, because are you issuing a capias?
Yes.
Okay. What
She
has?
was ordered to appear, and she did.
Well, no, I understand. It's just difference between revoking and.
Oh, right, I'm not revoking. Right, I'm issuing a no bond capias for failure to appear. You're right. We don't get too many of those.
No, we don't.
All right, Mr. Fabarak, who you have sitting there?
Judge, I have Mr. Sweeney, Emmanuel McSweeney.
Okay.
He's set for a 30-day.
Yes, we have not filed, Your Honor. He is entitled to a ROR.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Mr. McSweeney, you are been waiting for possession of PVP and trespass charges. The charges have not been filed as of yet within the required 30-day time frame. They still may be filed. You just don't have to wait in jail any longer to see what happens. Make sure that you check your mailbox, because if charges are filed, they're going to mail notice to you. And if you don't show up for that hearing, you may end up with a no bond warrant. Okay?
Okay.
But for now, you'll be ROR.
You're still being held on that. Right. Yep. Okay? Okay. Judge, there was a Brandon Smith that was reset from this morning.
I don't have any paperwork on that.
I don't think it was reset. I think that was the one where you had to the booking sheet had to be corrected, and there was like a
Okay.
There was an additional. That's when you sent the $25,000 bond on the possession of weapon.
Casino. Yeah, I remember. Mr. Smith, why do you think we reset you?
I have no idea, Your Honor.
I think it might have been interpreted that way, so they wouldn't.
Yeah, we had to add something to his booking sheet because they left off a charge, but it wasn't reset. I think I put a bond on all the charges. I don't remember all of them, but
There was it was 2 counts for carrying because they did the ammunition.
I think what I've been told is there may be a VOP that wasn't added on there.
No. When they arrested him. Okay, all right.
there was a 4th count, possession of ammunition by a convicted felon. Count 1, I believe, was possession of the firearm. What we did, we needed to add to the booking sheet the count 4, possession of ammo, but I'm about 95% sure I ROR'd him on that count.
You did.
I'm now 100% sure that I ROR'd him on that count. They're telling me I did.
Okay.
So there's really
So
nothing.
the count 4 that wasn't on there, he ROR'd.
Why
Yeah.
are they separating
Did the clerk's office, did those injuries happen when you got arrested?
the cop?
Did you let them know that?
Doesn't matter.
Judge, can we also get an order for photos?
Yes.
He's got injuries to his forehead. Oh, you did? Okay. Okay.
We did.
Great. Okay, thank you. Okay.
Mr. Rafsal says we did that too this morning.
Right down the middle.
30 in there. Boy, we're efficient.
And
Who
you
else
are.
you got at Maine, Mr. Verbarek?
Judge, I have Mr. Frederick Brown. What's your name? Mr. Brown's on the second look.
Misdemeanor.
Good afternoon, Mr. Brown. Looks like you've been in custody.
Good afternoon, sir.
Resisting a merchant, is that what it is?
And I think it's...
Your bond's been posted.
Yes, 9 o'clock this morning.
Okay, congratulations.
All right.
All right. And the last one that I have, Judge, is Mr. Tony Jackson. And he's the second look also.
Well, no. You know what? There's no reason. He's already been ROR'd on the possession of cocaine.
No, it's.
There's a. It looks like there's an MO.
He's got an MO,
but
but
there's
he's
a
also
$300
county.
bond.
He's county sentenced till April 5th on a VOP.
It was the Minneapolis court.
All right, there's 2 cases on the second look docket. Grand theft motor vehicle and possession of cocaine. You got all of those already?
There is a on case 161611 MO10A. There's a city case. There's a $300 bond. He may have been reset from this. Reset from this morning.
Judge, to answer your question, the Grand Theft Auto was a VOP that he's been county. He, I guess, admitted and has been county sentenced on. The cocaine is a moot issue. He's already been VOP. I mean, ROR'd on that. The only thing left that anything can be done on
Is the lawyer.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Jackson, when does your sentence terminate on the VOP?
I'm sorry?
When does your sentence terminate or finish on the VOP?
April the 5th. It was 180 days.
Okay, and what do you want to do about this loitering charge?
I would like to resolve it.
Raise your
Can
right
we
hand.
run it concurrent?
Swear affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth?
Yes.
Put your hand down. You understand by resolving these charges you'll be giving up your constitutional rights?
I do.
Such as your presumption of innocence, your right to a trial, your right to have a lawyer like Mr. Verbarek at that trial, right to confront the state's witnesses or city's witnesses, and a right to call your own witnesses if you so choose.
Yes.
Want to give up all those rights?
Yes, please.
How do you plead?
No contest, please.
I'll accept that no contest plea as a knowing and voluntary waiver of your rights, sentence you to an adjudication in the time you've already served.
Okay, so you're
Thank
out on
you.
that. That's okay.
Okay.
Have a good day. That's it at Maine, Judge. Thank you very much.
Anybody else at Maine?
That's it. Thank you. Have a great day.
See you, sir. Nobody around.
North Broward.
How are you? Who you got?
All good. Mine is all good.
Can I tell you a little bit about her?
Good afternoon, Ms. Allgood. You've been charged or been in custody, I guess, a couple of days now for trespassing.
Ma'am, do you remember me speaking with you last Thursday?
Yes, sir.
Judge, I did speak with her last week. She doesn't have the present ability to bond out. I think this alleged incident took place at a library. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
And at a Hollywood, it was in Holly. It was at a library. I was talking to her about her options, about taking her case to trial or resolving the case. I think when the time came up, she was mulling over her options. I told her it's up to her. Judge Tudor was prepared to time serve her, but at that time she didn't make a decision. So I can tell you that the previous judge was inclined to resolve. Now, ma'am, I'm not. If you want to fight this case, you have every right to fight this case. If you want to resolve this case, I did talk to you about pleading no contest if you wanted to, but the choice is yours.
It will be my choice to just plead no contest.
You spoke to her when?
Last Thursday.
And was she wearing the vest last Thursday also? Has she been cleared? Do you have any concerns when you spoke to her? Yeah, or any other mental health issues? That she could enter a plea? I'm just wondering if she's not better off.
So judging by the PC, they probably are. It wasn't just a matter of being somewhere where she's not supposed to be. She was causing disturbance, attempting to grab patrons at the library.
That is not true. That is not accurate.
That's
I was
what's,
attacked.
that's what's written down, ma'am. You don't need to comment on the evidence. It's just what's written down. So maybe we should send her to Judge Lerner Wren. This is just a
Did somebody propose this?
All right, Ms. Allgood, what I'm going to do is entering a no contest plea may be in your best interest, but until we determine that, I'm going to transfer your case over to Judge Ginger Lerner Wren's division. You'll see her probably on Thursday, unless you bond out before then. And they'll be able to better address your case in all its varied layers. So we'll transfer Ms. Allgood to Judge Lerner Wren. Good luck to you, ma'am.
See you next week, Judge Court.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, who do we have at Conti?
We got Allison Donnell.
Donnell Allison, looks like you've been in custody for 30 days or more regarding possession of cocaine.
We haven't filed. It's an ROR. Judge.
Charges have not been filed against you as of yet. They still may be filed, but you don't have to wait in jail any longer to see what happens, so you'll be released on your own recognizance. Check your mailbox or check the clerk of court's website to determine if charges are filed, so you don't miss any future court dates and end up with a no bond warrant.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I got Daniels with me, sir.
Mr. Willie Daniels, you've been in custody 30 days or more on burglary and assorted charges.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Linder, Willie Daniels.
I'm sorry, Judge. Your Honor, this has actually been filed. 2 counts. One moment. Yes, according to the Register of Actions, an information was filed March 23rd. Charges that were filed were burglary of a conveyance, 2 counts. Grand theft. Resisting without violence. Trespass, and criminal mischief.
All right, Mr. Daniels, your charges have been filed against you. 2 counts of burglary of a conveyance, 1 count of grand theft, resisting without violence, trespass, and criminal mischief. So you are not entitled to an ROR. Whatever your original bonds are shall remain.
I have Diaz, Daniel.
Daniel Diaz.
Daniel Diaz, been in custody 30 days or more on possession of cocaine and paraphernalia.
Entitled to an ROR.
Charges have not been filed against you in the required 30-day time frame. You're entitled to be released on your own recognizance. It does not mean the charges won't be filed. It just means you don't have to wait in jail any longer to see what happens. So check your mailbox, check the clerk of court's website to see if charges are filed, and see if you have any court dates. That way you don't miss any court dates and end up with a no bond warrant.
Okay, yes, sir.
Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
That's
Look,
it, right?
I'll walk. I'll walk.
We did. That was the time served. Oh, he had already been ROR'd on the felon.
Yeah, that's it.
I guess they just kept all those cases together. So that should be it. Anybody left at Conti? Nope.
That's it. No, sir.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you,
Nobody
sir.
at Rhine, nobody at Maine, nobody at North. That's a wrap at 2:56.
I'll see you next week.
What's he be?
Order transferring to mental health?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Won't see me taking off next Monday again. Cause I'm not waiting until the next day to watch
He was already been ROR'd.
Walking Dead.
Oh, is it really that good?
Yeah.
I'm not. There's no way I'm delaying myself seeing Negan. There's no way it's happening.
I'm going home now to watch.
All right.
he not call somebody for you?
No, I'm in criminal justice class at Broward College, and
Oh, you're just watching?
yeah.
Okay.
Essay.
Do you have any questions?
shift something down.
Actually, I was wondering like the job titles of those them and you guys.
Assistant State Attorney,
Queen
Assistant
of the universe.
Assistant Public Defender over there.
But it's the public defender.
Yeah.
He was a public defender, yeah.
Okay, I just want to know like the
So,
She's with the sheriff's office. She's in confinement status specialist.
look at that.
2 or 3? 1. You have levels? 1. She should be 2 though.
Definitely, Assistant State Attorney. Definitely have to include the word specialist.
Yes, definitely a specialist.
So Dan Canner made it here eventually.
Made it over here?
Yeah.
And I got in trouble.
I was like, no, we finished still. It's like 6 cases.
All right, I'll see you guys next week.
Be careful.
All right.
Bye, see ya.
Only 230 days, 245. Your phone?
My phone right there. Every time.
What? Oh.
His VOP was just booked wrong with out of county.
Did you, Kiefer, could you do me a favor? Did they pick up the felonies?
Which one did you read? Yeah.
Munder, the last case.
The last case? Here, give it to me.
Just rip off the old
I don't have
booking.
it. I know, they must have took it.
All right, whatever. Here, I'll write corrected on it. Could you give me 2 minutes?
Yeah, why not?
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you, you too.
Oh my God, I'm gonna go nuts on that. Oh, thank you for coming back on that one. I'm gonna go nuts on that lady tomorrow. Oh, Kifa?
He never came.
Eric Linder. Hi. Hi, how's it going? Good. It doesn't make any mention how you were able to identify the drugs on your PC.
Okay. Oh, I think you're welcome.
Okay. Okay, would you be able to get me I just need something that's signed and sworn to that says the drugs were identified by poison control. Oh. Uh-huh. No. It's got to be a report. It doesn't have to be like it could be a supplement. It could be an event report. I don't care about that, but it just can't be an email because it has, like I said, it has to be signed and it has to be notarized.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom before I leave. Too much information, right?
Like what time tomorrow?
I said I'll be right back. I just gotta go. I don't think I'll make it going home.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
You'll have Patrice. I'll be here on Wednesday. Wednesday? Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. Now, what would be easier for you, to fax it or scan it and email it? What I'll do is hold on. Is this your cell number that you called from? What I'll do is I'll text you my work and personal email right now, okay? All right, great. Thanks. All right, bye. about done.
Okay. And off we go.
Hey, Barbara, it's Eric. Hey, just calling you on Rochelle Williams. I just emailed you on her. I was just curious. You haven't had any trouble being in contact with the victim of that case, have you? Oh, okay. It's an attempted murder. Like, basically, the defendant followed, like, her and her brother, shot into the car. I just remember, the only thing I remember is that throughout the first appearance process, like, I had the victim and the detective came into court on a Saturday. That's how, like, involved the victim was with me. She, like, texted me a week and a half ago asking if I knew if there were any other court dates on the case. So when I saw it was up for a 30-day, I figured it was the reports because I couldn't imagine that it was an issue, like, haven't been able to get in touch with the victim and blah, blah, blah. Rochelle Williams. And I just hate hearing that. Only because it's not one of these cases where I think so. Yeah, her. I just hate hearing that because, and I understand the position you're in. It just looks like the detectives because I know the victim was a cooperative witness. At least with me, she was. Yeah, well, if for some reason she calls me, I'll because I saw everything you did, and I'll make sure to tell her, look, between you and me, like, the case filer and I spoke with Miss Mitchell, and she was doing everything she could. We can't, all we can do is subpoena the officer to bring the stuff in. We can't, physically drag them to our office, as much as we may like to. But yeah, what I'm saying is, if she calls me though, I'll make sure to advise her that unfortunately, it looks like she may be getting ROR, but it's not going to be because of anything from our end. Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear you. I know. And it's kind of upsetting because, like, the detective was, like, very cooperative. Like, I had him come here on a Saturday, Had the detective here, yeah. All right. No, I know.
See you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah. Well, I gotta go running. I just wanted to check in with you. And I wasn't. Oh, please, nothing. It's nothing. I'll check in again with you tomorrow. All right. Thanks. All right, bye. Oh. See you guys.
For that mental health case? Alpha Bunny or just? I'm gonna have to get it signed tomorrow, cause he left it there and now they here. He what? He ordered it, so I put it on the dispo, but he didn't sign an official order. Either way, the order for transferring to mental health, they don't have any copies for that. But I'll send over the copy to, But he didn't do anything like it was denied or nothing? For, what is it, all good, baby? Bunny, all good? Yeah, it was no action. He just said he was gonna transfer. There was no action. Okay. I'll send the copies of the dispo over, but the order is just like a single paper. Soto Reyes, he didn't? Probable cause was found. I didn't give it to you? Let me get my document. Hold on. Oh, I see. I just have it on the side to send the property, never mind. You got it? I have him, yeah. You want me to wait, make sure you have everything? No, I had it on the side, so I thought I was waiting for something, but I have to fax something for the property. Okay. Yeah, I have everything. Thank you. You're welcome. Look like nobody wanted to come to work today. I know Mondays are like that. A drag, right? I know. Good night.